Okay, hello.
Hello there, nice to see you. How are you?
I'm great.
Well, I see your friend here.
Yes.
Yes, and your friend will be helping us with the class today, I guess?
Yep. So this is Steve. I bought him from
Hi,
the
Steve,
zoo.
nice to meet you.
Hi. So, I think I showed you him before. So this is Steve.
Yes, you
I
have,
bought
but
him.
we never met
Yeah, I bought him
officially.
from the zoo. And, yeah. So,
You told me.
It's basically still the same, plushies on this class, so
Okay.
I don't think I need much explaining. So I guess let's just start the class then.
Yes, let's do it. Alright, I think we were here. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were talking about same story, same rules. We were talking about the power of telling the stories. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you briefly tell me again, how are stories powerful? In what way?
They're powerful in a way that helps us become the boss of this planet.
Yes. That's true. And that's kind of the only thing not the only thing, but it's the thing that makes us different from other animals. Here we have something called belief. Belief turns strangers into teammates. Of course, if you and I both believe in the same thing, we are more likely to become teammates and work together, maybe even friends.
Oh.
Yes. Of course, there is something called religion, and belief is a big part of the religion, right?
Yep.
Because many people believe same things, right? And they have same books where they learn these things from, and now they're like, okay, we all know this, and we believe that this happens. I'm gonna trust you because you believe in the same thing that I do. And that's very common amongst the same people. For example, people in China, or many Europeans, many Americans. We all have sort of different groupations that we belong to. Interesting thing. Promises of tomorrow. This is something I've always talked about with my friends. So let's discuss that quickly. Let's quickly read this and then discuss it.
Okay, promise of tomorrow. I give you food today, and you promise to repay me tomorrow. We work for a company because you believe in a future reward. Wow.
Wow. So maybe this is not so common amongst younger people, but when it comes to adults, Ivanka, trust me, it's very common. Like, I go to work and people would tell me, okay, you're gonna get a raise tomorrow, or in a few weeks you will be, if you keep working here, we're gonna give you so many benefits, you can enjoy whatever. So adults really do believe these things, not just work related. But what makes us like keep working or keep staying in the same place for some time? Like, what is that in humans that makes us believe? What do you think?
Maybe it's something that occurred when there was this great king before
Okay.
in the past that made up a story about how parrots would come here and take seeds and give peace as an offering, and so that's how people all tried to copy the Great King because it's the Great King. What else should you copy from? Like a baboon? It's the Great King. Of course you want to copy him. He's doing the loyal stuff. So, everyone might have copied the Great King, and for a long time, they just copied the Great King, and they gave birth to little kids, and the little kids copied their parents, and the kids kids copied their kids. Copied
Yes.
their kids, and the kids was copied by their kids. So it's just
Okay,
basically
so
a
this
cycle.
is generational.
Yeah.
It's a very good way of thinking.
Thanks.
However, in this photo here, we have something really interesting. Stories, as we said, help us connect with each other and help us believe. The only thing that monkeys and chimpanzees believe is this. Look at this. My stomach is empty. I need food. I need food now. That's why we have this. No chimp would trade a banana for banana heaven. Why would a human? Like, if a chimpanzee is hungry now, and you come and say, hey, chimpanzee, if you don't take this banana now, I will give you 100 bananas in an hour. They would pick one banana because they're hungry now. However, we are more logical and more conscious. Why would we do this? Why do we believe in promises, in promised lands, in heaven, or something good?
Because we have the ability to make up stories other than just dealing with what is going on right now.
True. That's very true.
Thanks.
However, these are not just stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to really trust someone or something to be like, okay, when I die, I will go to this place that is very nice and beautiful. I don't know whether that's true or not, so I'm not just going to blindly believe someone telling me that. However, many people do. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I only know that what I would do is probably just say okay and move on. And, probably just, I won't do anything. I would just think about it. And, I won't really just, okay, so what I meant is, I will just say okay and walk away and later on just thinking about it, but I won't really just believe in it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do my
I understand
thing.
what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I was just gonna do my thing right after that person said that.
That's honestly what I would do as well. So, yeah. Wait, let's move on. I gave them a banana. I don't know if you've seen that.
Mm-hmm. That's...
All right.
Yeah, I saw that. That's basically why I was kind of stuttering.
Okay. I apologize. I didn't want to distract you.
Sorry.
Now, classification. To classify something, right? Grown-up behavior traced back to invisible stories. As I mentioned beforehand, children and grown-ups behave differently and they believe different things. And you said something that's very important, right? Mm-hmm. We tell stories to our kids and our kids believe it because, well, if my mom tells me something, I'll believe her because she's my mom, right?
Yeah.
She's not going to lie to me. She's going to tell me the truth. Exactly. So when we're young, our parents teach us a lot about the world. Almost everything we know, we learn from our parents. Does this all sound strange to you, these stories? Do you find it hard to believe that stories control the world? Well, as this says here, just look at how all grown-ups around you behave. They do some interesting things, don't they? For example, look at the photo and look at the text above it. Children might ask, why do we need this building? For example, a temple or a church. Why do we have to wear these hats? Why do we have to fight people on the other side of the world? Why do we hate them? And the parents tell them the stories that all the grown-ups believe so that the children start believing them too. This is what you said.
Yeah.
Just imagine someone dressed in traditional clothing and from any culture.
Okay. So I guess that's just they think that it's something from a story. For example, this guy is wearing this outfit because he believes in a story that probably a great spirit tells his people and him to wear these kind of clothes. That's why he wears those kind of clothes. Or if he's just wearing that for no reason, then I would probably say that he thinks it's fashionable, which fashion should also be in cultures. So I guess it's just all about stories. And I have another thing to share. Is that I just thought of something. So I have already watched Mufasa the Lion King for twice. I watched it twice because it's just very fun to watch and it looks very pretty and stuff.
Yes.
So I think in there was just this thing called Malele.
Yes.
I know, kind of a ridiculous name, but it's also a story. So Malele is basically a place. They said that it's a place beyond the horizons that has light, and there's a lot of colorful flowers and rainbows and anything that you can imagine that's good. So that's a story. I think.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is a story. And I know that you've been learning about Greek mythology, right?
Yep.
So you know what a myth is. A myth is a story, essentially, that some people believe, some people don't, some people just think it's a story. However, many people a while ago believed that these stories were true, that these gods were true.
What?
Zeus, and I don't know what else. They had many buildings, as you know. Some of them are still there. to this day, like Parthenon. Athens is full of these beautiful Greek things, buildings and stuff like that. So throughout history, like pyramids, people believed many strange things. And just imagine any ruler in ancient Egypt. They looked very weird. But everyone was like, okay, that's normal. And the kids were like, okay, our parents think that's normal, so we're going to think that's normal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hidden rules run our lives. So this is very true, actually. And I'm pretty sure you're very aware of this. Laws and religions are invisible stories. So you're for sure aware of some of the laws and some of the religions. But they control what we do every day. An invisible rule is more powerful than a physical law. What would be one invisible rule that we all follow every day? Let's think of something. Any law, anything.
We have to drink from a cup every day. We need to wear clothes every day.
Yes, these are like societal rules, right? Because if you go out in the world naked, that's not going to be very well for you.
Yeah,
Not going to end up being very nice.
Yeah, people would think you're kind of a bad influence. And they would just avoid you. And then you wouldn't have any friends. And just something, fun fact that you everybody probably knows. An animal can be naked. So they can't. So I guess the people, they don't think that animals should have clothes and stuff. So I guess that can also be called a rule. But I don't really think. I think it's just I don't. They aren't really. I don't. No one actually talked about animals being naked, so I think probably it's just the animals. They don't want to wear stuff.
Or it's just us. We just want to wear stuff.
Yeah.
Throughout history, humans always wore something. But that's because we're cold. We're actually cold. We have no fur. And nothing to keep us warm. So, therefore, we needed clothes. That is a very good way of thinking. There are also some other rules. If we want to be very precise, we made up time. Like, time doesn't really exist. We came up with these instances. We came up with seconds, minutes, hours, months, years, and everything like that. So we could say, okay, I need to wake up at 6 a.m. to go to work. All of that are rules that we came up with. You're aware of that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm not so sure about time, but I guess it's very, very made up too. I just thought of this video where Sheldon tries to teach Billy math, and basically Billy said, "I don't think zero exists," and then Sheldon goes and asks all the professors he knows, and all of them are stuck, and they don't know if zero exists.
Oh, yes. Well, that is because we also invented maths. A long time ago, someone came up with numbers and rules, again, these are also the rules that we sort of follow and believe. And wherever you look, around, there for sure must be some rules, some hidden rules, or not so hidden, that we have to follow every day. Of course, here we are talking about religion, right? How do people keep this going for such a long time? How is that we haven't lost all the traditions and all the rules and ancient beliefs? How is that going on for such a long time?
Because all the people were very content that this is the logic. This is the brainy stuff. This is the juicy stuff. So you can't forget it. So they just basically try to tell everyone so that everyone can know this story or believe it. And then those people think this is the juicy stuff and blah blah blah, still same thing, and goes to do the same thing, and then the people who the taught people were taught does the same thing, and then tells other people, and it's basically just the same thing.
Exactly. So they teach it again and again. So they tell these stories to children over and over, because if you stop teaching the story, it dies. And if the story dies, what else will die with story?
The memory of the story or the belief.
Very good. But what did we say? What does having the common belief bring us?
It brings us teamwork. It's raining outside.
Exactly. Same here. And if we lose the belief in the story, we also lose what?
We also lose teamwork. We don't trust anyone, and we're basically just balloons.
Very good. So there's no cooperation. Oh, that's cute.
Thanks.
So, moving on. Okay. Cool question here. Look at any building, uniform, or rule around you. What story made it normal?
So the story about beds.
And what would that be?
I think that would be like the people around the Stone Age. They were like, ew, that is so dirty. It's mud, Frank. It's mud. Why are you lying in the mud? And then Frank just found out that he was very dirty, and Frank said, okay, Frank is another human, so, and Frank said, oh,
okay.
Wait, I have an idea to solve this problem. You see, my father told me a story that is about, told me a story regarding a huge bird spirit. And the bird spirit dislike us for how we sleep on the ground. So the solution to this is we can make beds. And when we make beds, the huge bird spirit will not think we are disgusting. And so everyone just believed it, and they're like, hey guys, the giant bird spirit thinks we're disgusting. It disgusts us. They think we're disgusting. We have to make beds quick. We have to make giant wooden rectangles right now.
Yes. Wow. Okay, I love that. That was very good. And you brought it to life very nicely. Here we will take a short break, and let's meet back here in 5 minutes. See you.
See you.